Hey, good morning.
Are we ready?
Yeah, we're going. Hi.
Oh man, finally there's people on the golf course. This is so exciting. Now, is today the one day that we actually don't have to say there's going to be rain and it's going to probably attempt to kill you? What is with the weird aggressive rainstorms we've been having? No, but don't you think? Do you want...
There you are. I couldn't see you.
Why don't you tell everyone why you're wearing sunglasses, babe?
Because I'm cool. Man, that light is horrible. I had my eyes dilated.
I worried about this today.
Oh my gosh. Where are the cool ones I had? Oh my gosh, they were so fun. They rolled up.
All the classy ones? Yeah.
Here we go. Now we're talking. I want you to think about Back to the Future. And this is when Doc comes back with Einstein. Where are you going?
I'm just going to close the door.
Oh, with Einstein, and they pick up the couple now, right?
Okay,
They
sure.
pick him up, and he's dressed like the future, okay? And these are the glasses he's wearing.
You do look very cool.
I feel cool, but you know what? I need double coverage. All right.
I'm sorry.
Why?
Are you going to be able to read anything today?
No. If it was in Braille, I'd still be in the dark.
So are we getting the big surgery?
Yeah, we talked about it.
I give you a thumbs up, but you wouldn't see it anyway, so that's good.
It's not your thumb. Yeah, it's just weird. Thinking about in your eye and a laser. And I asked him, I said, how in the world are you going to keep me still when I can see stuff coming down? This is what it's going to look like.
It really is. It's that one helpless position because you can't stop anything.
How are you going to make me sit still for that? I have no idea. And he said, well, Todd, we'll use a lot of drugs. He's Indian.
A lot of drugs.
A lot of drugs. Very nice man.
He is a lovely man.
So I think it's going to happen, and I think this is a bad one, and I think I will be fine.
See, I made the mistake of them filming my LASIK live, and they put it up on our website when we worked for radio, gave it to the doctor, and I'd never had a Valium before. And that's what they give you for a LASIK. And apparently it had the similar equivalent of 6 beers because I was going, I love my doctor, he's so beautiful, and I'm so happy right now. And I apparently attempted to wink at the camera, and boy, that turned out good. No, it was not.
It came out, but whoa, your wife's mouthy.
So I'm pretty sure that at this point we're not taping any of your...
Oh, see, this works. I'm blocking out the light.
Oh, well, that's handy.
This is good for me.
We can't see you. That doesn't make it a bit more of an issue.
Sexier, though. This is my sexy look right there. If you need that.
Okay.
So anyway, I can't see what's next.
Angry Moose.
Oh, Angry Moose. Park City. As you can see, I can't.
Is that Jeremy Ranch? It is, isn't it?
No, it's the other one.
Okay.
But the
Innocent
moose,
golfers
young moose, decides to check out the golf course and kind of plods along behind it. Not that funny though, actually. Do you know in Alaska more people are killed by moose than the bears?
Really?
So
that's probably because they get closer to the moose, thinking, "Oh, they're going to be cute. It's going to be like Bullwinkle and Rocky." They're big and they have very sharp hooves.
They have attitude. They have an attitude.
Isn't it primarily mothers with their young, on which we
no,
all know
they
that...
will all stomp you to death. The males will lift you up with their antlers, throw you in the air, and then stomp you to death.
Okay,
yeah,
well, it's nice to know the difference.
There's a lot of stomping. So Florida has gators, and we have moose, and we also have ducks and geese. The geese on the golf courses.
Okay.
But
they don't attack, really, do they?
No, another one in Park City, the fox would come out and grab your ball and run off into the field.
Good for the fox. That's awesome.
A Holden fox.
Actually, I have been attacked by a goose. It really could be construed as attack because they're kind of mean.
Well, they're crotch level. And if you've ever gone to the park,
sharp beak.
little safety deal for you. And you bring the kids and you get out of the car and you open up a loaf of bread and you're feeding the Canadian geese and stuff like that, and then you run out. You've made a huge mistake because now you have to make it to the car and the kids are coming in on the kids. And so what you do is you get down to your last 3 pieces and you back your way up to the car.
I see.
Just a little
That's
safety.
probably good. Yeah, a little something to get you out of there. That's
Yeah.
probably for a good point.
Ow.
So how long did it take them to get themselves free from said moose?
Oh, they just drove away.
You know,
Adolescent moose.
Golf-
It's very
golf
shiny squirrel.
oh, okay, because golf
like
carts
that.
don't move that fast, and moose have
In a
very long
cart.
legs.
In a cart.
Yeah, but the golf carts aren't that fast.
Oh, maybe they should have died. I don't know.
Well, no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disappoint you. Speaking of attacks, this
Yeah.
one is the weirdest thing ever, and it ticks me off because this is completely untraceable. Completely untraceable.
Is this a lady downtown?
Yes.
Walking down by the Rio Grande.
Minding her own business, she was right across from the event center, and
She hears a... And she looks up, and a drone plows into her face.
nails her right in the face.
Right on the nose.
The
Look at
scary
this.
part is-
Look
yeah.
at this.
Oh, that poor buddy. I just feel for her. The scary part is it was right next to her eye. And so if your head was turned just like a quarter of an inch, it would have nailed her right in the eye instead.
She ran into one of the bathrooms and splashed water and got to see what was going on there and stuff. Had to go to the hospital.
Well, and the thing is, by the time she got back out, the drone was gone. So,
Gone.
So somebody knew they'd done that to her.
Right.
Somebody knew what had happened, and they didn't even have the common decency to go, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Can I drive you to the emergency?" I mean, that's really stinky. And it also reminds me now of like plots for like science fiction movies where evil drones
Right.
like develop artificial intelligence and dive bomb people.
Well, think about this. Let's say you have a bunch of little drones, and let's say that you put a small amount of explosive in it. Now, let's say that you program your target, and let's say you have 40 of them, and you push the button. I'm writing a movie right now. They launch in the air, and then they go and attack that person in a car. It doesn't matter.
That's really mean.
I know.
And drones can be silent, and so it really takes away a lot of...
They come in so fast that you wouldn't know, and it's like, that's my plan.
Are you like planning my death? Because I haven't paid the life insurance
I
yet.
did
just
not
wanted to
say
clarify
that. If anyone's recording the show, that has not been said.
I haven't paid the life insurance. Let that be recorded, too.
Oh.
Just so you know. Okay,
I
this
can't
is like
see what I'm reading, so...
This is the worst story ever, and I'm not going to laugh. But it's so awful, and I love it so much. And I want to clarify before I do this that Todd and I have experience. We buried his father's ashes in a beautiful sandcastle, and all of it. It was on a beach where
Cranes Beach.
his mom and dad had their first date, and we all had the lunch date hat there, and all of the grandkids and the nieces and nephews all made a big sandcastle, and we put the ashes and
there was a huge storm a couple days before, and there were shells everywhere.
and it was magically warm.
And
the
it was
way
like
Massachusetts never is.
November. It was like 68 degrees.
It was perfection, yeah.
And we timed it with the tide, and it was really cool. And just as it was getting taken in by the small waves, seagull landed on top and just started yelling. It's pretty cool.
It was absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. So
we
is this
do
like this? This story?
It's super similar. But the thing is, so everyone has there's either maybe a very special place you all go or something that has enormous significance and meaning. And so the vision of having someone you love have their ashes
Sure.
there. I love the vision of your dad swimming everywhere in the world.
Right.
I think it's beautiful. Well, the same thing was happening with Mitch Felcher and his grandma. He said, a year to the day after my grandma's funeral, we decided we were going to go to her favorite spot in the world, which is an amazing beach that's just
So it's a beach thing.
like mid-central California.
Okay.
And so they have beautiful rocky cliffs and this magnificent view of the ocean crashing below
Right.
them. Really special, really
You
magnificent.
have to do that when you go, magnificent.
Magnificent. And so the idea would be that everybody would take some of Grandma's ashes and find a place to have a private moment of reflection.
Oh, that's cool.
And scatter her. Or as my dad, who was inexplicably in charge of the proceedings, described it as, everybody grabs a picky cup and a scoop of Grandma and you can go chuck her wherever you want. Now, by the way, I want to clarify that this family is from Utah, which makes me love them even more.
I think it's so funny.
Because we may not have as much experience here in a landlocked state with
Ocean.
the ebb and flow of the ocean as perhaps, more beach-going people would.
Right.
So Grandma's spot, by the way, was perfect, just like you would expect. And like every day, it was insanely windy up there.
No.
I'm talking borderline cyclonic, like you couldn't even crack open her urn without a bit of Grandma escaping and
Into the
straight
air.
into the nearest cousin's face.
Right.
That, by the way, is from The Big Lebowski, scattering Donnie's ashes. If you remember this moment, it's one of my favorite in cinematic history. Well, the new plan was quickly hatched. We would somehow traverse the cliff face to get down to sea level, and then hopefully it would be less windy, and Dad would wade out a few meters and scatter into the water as we watched.
It's a lot of maybes.
After the task of getting a couple of 50-year-old aunties in heels down the steep path, we gathered in the winter sun, and Dad hitched up his pants and awkwardly hobbled out into the sea. Now, despite the setback so far, at this point, it was looking like we had actually salvaged the entire event, and we held on to each other and then looked at Dad as he yelled, "Here we go!" and opened the urn to a sudden, explosive gust of wind, ejecting Grandma into the air like fireworks.
Nice. Well, that's cool, too.
At this point, my brothers and I are holding on to each other in laughter at the absolute scene going down in front of us.
Good for you, Grandma.
When suddenly the unmistakable sound of a jet ski rounds the headland and two 20-somethings come gunning straight for where Grandma is falling into the sea. They don't just churn through Grandma's ashes.
No.
They literally chuck a hard turn right in the middle of her.
And here she
shooting
comes.
Grandma's soup up into the air.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm pretty sure my auntie literally clutched her pearls. My brothers and I are in physical agony trying not to laugh out loud at this point as Dad comes ambling back to the shore as a dozen or so silent felchers try to comprehend what just happened.
Right.
Dad pauses and he looks back out to the sea and puts his hands on his hips and he says with melancholy, "Well, Grandma always loved jet skis."
There you go.
Which is how I ended up sprawled on the sand on a Sunday morning, clutching my sides laughing as my dead grandma's ashes get churned out the back of a jet ski.
I gotta tell you,
there's a certain poetry here.
There are all different kinds of funerals, and I totally appreciate all of them and the words that are spoken and all that. But I kind of like the crazy ones. Because all the same things are said, all the beautiful things are said, and then it's crazy time.
And sadly, that is so our family.
Oh my gosh!
I mean, I'm literally shocked that was not us because this is so something that would have happened to us. This is so. In any case, I hope we didn't offend anyone, but I thought it was a beautiful story shared by a young Utah man who wanted to express the beauty of his.
Evidently, Grandma had a sense of humor because they all got it. So
exactly.
Yeah.
I just want to picture him clinging, because I've done this with my sisters before, where you're literally holding on to each other going, if you start, I will start,
laughing.
And it will be all over.
That's so funny. All right, what's coming up next? Because I can't see.
Daisy's in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom. She is brought to you by Fink and McGregor. Go to fink-mcgregor.com. I did it the other day just as an exercise, and it really did take like 4 minutes. And then once you're done, it gives you all these different mortgage options. You can get a mortgage with a credit score as low as 600. They will call you back the next business day, and you can get everything in order way before you get ready to buy a house, because believe me, you need that. Just go to fink-mcgregor.com. Also by Brio Technologies. They just created this incredible media system for one of the local high schools, and this sucker is incredible. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that they can do for you or your business as well. All you have to do is contact them at brioaudiovisual.com. And by the New Millennium Financial Group. There has never been a more crucial time with a booming economy to make sure that you're taking advantage of it and getting what you need for retirement. Have you even thought about it? Don't look at me, because I'm no expert. Fortunately, these guys are. Go to utahsfinancialplanner.com. Daisy, my dear, what's going on today?
Thanks, Todd and Erin. Hello, everyone. Here's what's making news on Thursday, May 31st on GephartDaily.com. Officers working in Ogden took a man into custody who they say was wanted in connection with a gang-related murder in late April. The Violent Fugitive Apprehension Strike Team found 21-year-old Gilberto Ruiz on Wednesday in a small house on the east side of Ogden. Officers tried to get Ruiz to come out, then they breached the door. Ruiz surrendered and was taken into custody. Police in Magna are on the lookout for two men who terrorized clerks during a robbery at a Sunoco station early Thursday morning. Officers were called to the station at 8100 West and 3500 South after masked robbers entered the store and demanded cash. One bandit was armed with a pistol and the other brandished a knife. The two took beer and cigarettes and cash from the register. One robber held a pistol to the head of the frightened cashier. The men then fled the scene. Officers who reviewed the surveillance footage described the robbers as extremely confrontational. Anyone with information on the case is asked to call Unified Police. And the Carbon County Sheriff's Office is firing back after public criticism on how it handled a post-graduation party where officers found juveniles drinking and using illegal drugs and causing damage to a residence where they did not have permission to be. Deputies were called to the house in Price after noise complaints by neighbors. The sheriff's office statement said people who complained clearly did not understand the gravity of the incident and the seriousness of minors using drugs found, which included ecstasy, amphetamine, prescription drugs, and crushed pills of an unknown nature. The Sheriff's Department suggested residents enjoy all the great things the county has to offer, but to do it safely so officers did not have to become involved. And time now for a look at the Wasatch Front weather, brought to you by Brio Technologies, Utah's top audio-visual specialists, and by Magic Wash, home of the long-lasting ceramic car wash, with outlets in South Ogden and in Layton. Summer temperatures have arrived in northern Utah, with highs in the mid-80s today, a drop to the mid-70s on Friday, then more 80s through the middle of next week. The exception will be Monday, which could reach the low 90s. There's a 30% chance of rain on Friday, but pretty much no chance for the rest of the weekend. So do your best to stay cool and hydrated, and know that this weekend Mother Nature is not on your side. That's it for now. For more news and weather 24/7, go to GephartDaily.com. Todd and Erin, back to you.
All right, thank you, Daisy. Oh, that's right. New Millennium Financial. I got to tell you, if you're in a situation, you want to make sure you're taking care of your family. Scare you now, don't I? And you say, okay, I got 401k, and I got this, and I got that, and I got colleges to pay for, and all these different things, and how you're going to make it work, and in what order do you do things in? Do you know? I don't know. The people at Millennial Financial can help you out. All you have to do is go to an address I can't read on the monitor over there.
UtahsFinancialPlanner.com.
Thanks. All right, Christopher's really quick.
All right, we're going to be picking a winner tomorrow for another lovely, lovely, lovely dinner there for 4, and this is where you reconnect with the people you love. All the way. Only thing you have to do if you're watching us on Gephardt Daily or Gephardt Approves Facebook pages, or if you're on the Todd and Erin Facebook page, hi, welcome. Doesn't matter whatever time of the day or night you're watching, we don't care. Just share the show today. Share it with your friends, annoy them. It'll be fun. Then we'll pick somebody who shared the show this week, and we will draw them as a winner tomorrow.
All right, so coming up next. Coming up next.
All right, coming up next.
The weekend stuff. You and Daisy.
Oh, so many things happening this weekend. Summer awesomeness has begun.
All right, coming up next.
We're brought to you by Fink & McGregor. Mortgages made simple. Just head to fink-mcgregor.com. Take 4 minutes to answer some questions, and you'll get a great idea about mortgages that you're eligible for. And by StayFit Wellness Clinic. Go get a personalized health analysis. This is the time to get back in shape. Feel better, feel younger, and without a ton of new medications at StayFitWellnessClinic.com. We're back, and look, there's actually somebody finally on the golf cart.
Do you know, it's really weird to me because I walk past that like every day when I go for my walk, and it's been so warm, and I'm like, why aren't people golfing? Like,
I thought that was very strange too, and it's like we even have the relative advantage of no moose here in South Jordan. That seems to have cut down on the moose activity. So
that golf course is not very busy.
I know, I'm very surprised by that, especially since we have like some of the cheapest greens fees in the country here.
But do old people golf like really early in the morning or something? Because I don't. Is that
like the annoying overachieving businessman who, well, I went out and I golfed 9 holes today before business? Like that
yeah, or retired people who, because they say that when you're older you don't sleep very much, so they go out golfing at like.
That's probably true because you have less time to sleep. Why would you want to waste it?
Yeah, seriously.
Which is never why I've understood driving slow. It's like, I've only got a finite amount of time. I want to get from one to the other as fast as possible.
I know, right?
All right, this is an epic weekend. There's so many different things. I'm really excited. Pride weekend.
Yeah.
It's funny. I remember the first one we went to, and we had the kids, the twins, in backpacks on our back because they were like 4 or 5 months old, and it back then it was sort of clunky and awesome, and it was brand new. And you know how festivals are before they kind of get their feet under them and they really get moving. I can't picture the growth, how insanely big it is. Second biggest parade in the state now. So many different activities, great acts.
Yeah.
I know you and Jay probably go. Is there like a thing you guys do?
There is a fun thing that we go to, which is a rooftop party at the Green Pig. That's like all day. Sunday, I think it is, and it's hosted by someone I used to work with when I worked at In Magazine at the Tribune, and it's
fun.
it's on the rooftop at Green Pig, and it goes
That's
from
perfect.
like 12 till 9. It's DJs and stuff. That's super fun. I can never go to the parade because I work Sundays. But I guess you guys are going,
No,
right?
we've always been in the parade for so long that
Yeah.
it's like driving down and standing by. It's like it'd be more effort than I want to do.
Yes.
But my absolute favorite memory in the history of Pride weekend ever was a couple of years ago when Todd and I were there, and you're just about to turn onto the corner and go onto 2nd South, where you're heading
Isn't
down
that
with
the
this
best?
beautiful, majestic thing, and there's so many great creative floats, and there's 3 of the Bible thumpers there, and I'm like, ah, crap. You know, they're the same ones you see outside of LDS General Conference telling you that you're going to hell. They're the same ones that you might see at other like family festivals telling you you're going to hell. And then, of course, at Pride, you're going to hell. And they're screaming their lungs out. I mean, this one guy, I was worried he was going to have a cardiac arrest, real red face. And he was like, God hates you. You're all going to hell. You're all going to hell. And I said, God loves you. Jesus loves you so much. He has to try harder with you, but he loves you. And everyone started laughing, and the whole crowd went, Jesus loves you. He loves you too. It's okay.
Oh my gosh.
And they were beside themselves because, of course, their job as Bible thumpers is to tell you who Jesus likes. And it's clearly not you. And they were so angry. It's like, Jesus hates all of you. He hates you. Jesus hates you. God hates you. And we could barely stand up.
Oh, I love it.
And it was like the best example. And I'm like, no, he still really loves you. He's just working harder at it.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Oh, that's brilliant.
But it was the funniest. They were so mad.
Uh-huh.
I get to tell you who Jesus
They're
hates.
like, that's not up to you. He doesn't love me. Oh my God, that's so good. That's so good. And that parade is so fun. I think I've skated it like 3 times with the Derby Girls. And it's so fun to be in.
I love that.
So much fun. So
on the bright side of not being a Derby girl now is your elbows stay unscathed.
Yeah,
and you still get to enjoy your party.
That's right. And then do you go to the festival itself?
Yeah, we always go to the festival because there's a really big kids art yard, so there's a lot of stuff to do. There's always a couple of really good musical acts you want to see. So yeah, it's always fun.
Super fun. And now, does it start? I haven't looked this up yet. Does it start tomorrow, or is it just?
There's some events tonight on Thursday night, and then tomorrow is really when everything kicks off into craziness. And then, of course, it's going to run through Sunday. You can go to Pride Week Utah .com if you want to go check out some of the events. But it's really, really fun. So 35,000 people. I didn't realize that, and almost 100,000 people go to the parade route.
Oh, that's amazing.
Which explains why I don't go to parades, because it's like effort.
Yeah.
You have to park and walk.
And it's usually quite hot.
I like our vision better. It involves less effort.
So lazy. I watch it on TV.
Now, here's one that I thought was kind of interesting, and I think we might have talked about this last year. They've been trying to sort of rebrand Utah Lake down in Utah County because it really is a very pretty lake. There's marinas, and there's all kinds of different fishing activities, and it's huge. But so they're doing the Utah Lake Festival, and this is free. It's going to be on Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Utah Lake State Park. That's just 44 West Center Street out of Provo.
Yeah.
And it's free. So, I mean, they've got really cool things. You can earn prizes. You learn about fish as you walk through a gigantic 40-foot fish sculpture. Very exciting.
Nothing wrong with that.
Tons of games and activities for the kids, building sand castles. There's a boat show and sailboat regatta, hay rides. This is a really fun one because you can take your kids fishing for free. And you don't even have to have equipment. They have a bunch of anglers there who are happy to show you different things. They have, free paddle boat rentals and lessons.
There is like no downside to this festival.
Right? A food truck roundup. They've got kayaks and paddleboards and motorboat. Why can't I say the word motorboat?
Oh, motorboat. I know motorboat.
I'd like to include the R.
Motorboat.
Motorboat.
That sounds super fun.
Isn't that fun? So yeah, that's going to be Saturday, and once again, just off Center Street in Provo, that location.
Fab.
So, I know.
Yeah.
Now you always come up with something I have not seen before, which always makes me wildly jealous.
Oh yeah. So Jay and I did this super cool thing last Friday, and your sister's been to this play too. It's called Hindsight. And it's the company that did Little Prince. Do you remember I was talking about them?
Yeah.
Sackerson. And they're doing this super cool thing, which is they're calling it an immersive play in downtown Salt Lake.
I don't know if I've heard of that before. Explain what that
Oh,
means.
it's so good. So they do two or three shows a night. It's going through June 23rd, but it's been quite popular, so I think they're looking to extend it possibly for the rest of the summer. These are photos that I took when we were walking around and watching
Oh my God,
it.
those are so darling.
So it's super cool. You start outside the temple and you basically follow these actors around downtown and watch the show unfold. But the thing that's super cool about it is, so you're wearing headphones, and so you're listening to like a soundtrack. So you can hear wherever they are, you can hear them very clearly. But also there's music as you walk from location to location. And they say at the beginning, like, you're welcome to take photos. And then also it's kind of up to you how you want to experience it. So when you're watching them, you can hypothetically go right up to them and watch them.
Just stare intently.
You can turn around and listen to them and look at the temple, or, so it's kind of up to you how you experience it.
I absolutely love that.
It was super cool. It was super cool.
And especially with like people who are more wiggly and don't like to just sit still and just stare at stuff for a while. It really doesn't. Yeah. You're right. I get the immersive concept now. That's really cool.
Yeah. And it's written by Morag Shepherd, who's a playwright I really like. And like I said, it's going through June 23rd. Some dates are sold out, but I think that the later dates there's still tickets available. So tickets are hindsightslc.com or sackerson.org, and it's $18 to $25. So it's really not that much more expensive than seeing a movie. You know,
I would simply love to be watching everybody watching it, because I would be just seeing this little clump of people watching.
And it's only 6 people.
Get out!
And part of the experience as well is that because it's downtown, you get like random like people kind of walking up and being like, "What's this?
What are you doing?"
So that's kind of part of it too, that you're seeing other people respond to what you're watching.
See, this is where you as an actress,
so good.
I admire you so much, because I couldn't keep character. I'd be like, "This is awesome." I know, right?
I know. I don't know.
And I know you could. You would be just like,
know.
"I will hold this," but I would be laughing or I'd giggle.
I don't
get all
know if
excited.
I would. They're really good though, and it's 2 casts, so we might actually go back and see the other cast as well.
That's really fun.
So that one, and then guess what? Friday Night Flicks is starting.
Yay! Free movies in the park. By the way, we will have a
Yes.
complete guide for that. If you want to check out Todd and Erin Facebook page tomorrow, we'll have all of your free movies in the park all along the Wasatch Front coming up on Saturday.
Yeah, so it's different parks, but this
one
tomorrow is Liberty Park, and it's Guardians of the
Perfect.
Galaxy Volume 2, which I haven't seen yet.
Oh, haven't you?
No,
It's fun.
Is
very
it
fun.
Yeah. So it's family
They
friendly.
kill off a character I don't like, so that might be part of it. But
Is
anyway,
it that
I
weird
should-
little fox thing?
No, we're not. How can you say that about Rocket the Raccoon?
Oh, he's a raccoon.
What kind of freak are you?
Oh, I don't know
What kind of a person
anything.
are
I
you?
don't know anything about Guardians of the Galaxy.
It's like I don't know who you are anymore.
Oh, if he's a raccoon, that's cute. I don't mind.
Oh my God! Do you see who I work with now?
You see, so I have to go, so I can actually see that.
I can't even be silent in my judgment.
Which
of
character
you.
do they kill off?
If I told you, that would be a spoiler. And I already managed to screw up an Avengers Infinity War like on the Monday after it was released. So I'm going to try to keep my mouth shut, even though this one's like 2 years old.
So I have to go.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
But so large inflatable screen, free popcorn, and you can
fun.
go at it. The movies start about 9. But there's music and food truck food and activities and stuff. So it starts about 7:30. And like I said,
that's
all the
perfection.
movies are family friendly. Todd can't see us. I
It's gonna
think
be a
I think
long
that was
day.
a wind it up.
I thought this was the bathroom.
Wind it up. I'm glad that didn't go any further.
I'm glad about that,
That could
too.
have been really
It's
bad.
okay, honey. All these doors look alike.
Not the bathroom.
Okay, well, that is so fun.
Yeah.
So Liberty Park tonight starts, on Friday night, starts at 7:30?
7:30, and movies start at 9. Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be so much
Yeah.
fun. Okay, good. See, this is an
Super
awesome weekend.
fun weekend.
Alrighty, thank you so much. Oh, beloved Daisy, you were fabulous.
Thank you.
Maybe I'll see you on the walking play, because that sounds like fun.
Yeah, let me know if you're going to go. I'd love to go back.
That would be cool. I know. Okay, thank you. All right, coming up in just a couple of minutes. Now we've all heard about the Me Too movement and a lot of complaints about sexual harassment. The latest actor is like the last person in the world I would have expected.
Oh.
We'll tell you next. We're brought to you by Stay Fit Wellness Clinic. If you're tired of feeling sick and tired, it's time to make an appointment with Dr. Bowden for a new holistic health plan to make you feel better, lose weight, sleep well at stayfitwellnessclinic.com. And by Magic Wash with 2 locations in South Ogden and Layton. Come in for the ceramic car wash that keeps your car cleaner longer by sheeting all the dirt and the water off your nice shiny finish.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Todd and Erin Daily Stream. Okay, time for Hollywood Connections, brought to you by
Connect Heating and Air. They have a $39 special right now, by the way, to tune up your air conditioner, which is epic. I would strongly suggest it. I've heard specials from other companies that were like $59. No. Go to UtahHeatingandCooling.com.
Very cool. So Morgan Freeman.
Well, you just totally screwed up my build-up, but okay, that's good.
Did
too.
I? I'm so sorry.
It's fine, I don't care.
No, it's okay.
But it's just Daisy and I were talking about you. There's a lot of actors when you hear the new complaints about sexual harassment, you're like, oh yeah, of course. You just kind of are waiting for it. But Morgan Freeman, he's like.
Well, how many people have come out?
I mean, he's like got the voice.
It's like 8, isn't it?
Well, this is where this is interesting because the vast majority of men, and there's been some women too, who have been accused of sexual harassment or outright assault or abuse.
Yeah.
The good majority of them don't even deny it. They might try to.
They just go away. Kevin Spacey just disappears like this.
Well, he did a fake apology that wasn't really an apology.
But
that
he disappeared.
Was done by his attorney.
They've all just disappeared, right?
Well, this is pretty interesting. There was a recent CNN story that accused Freeman of making sexually charged comments to women. The reporter, and here's where I think they made their first huge mistake. This was a really big one, and the first mistake was it was a CNN reporter, Chloe Malis, who claimed that he made an inappropriate comment to her that was sexual in nature.
When?
During a press junket. Now,
back when?
She was the one who then conducted the investigation and did the story. Now, to me, that is a massive conflict of interest.
Journalist-wise, yeah.
And inappropriate. If I were, when I reported stuff, if it had happened to me, I would not be the one doing the story.
A lot of times, if someone's doing a story on CNN and they're doing a story about a business, they always say, oh, disclaimer, CNN owns property in that company. Or they, so when they're doing the story, they have to divulge that their company has an association.
And so in this particular case, though, this is the first time Morgan Freeman's attorney, Robert Schwartz, says that they are demanding a retraction and an apology from CNN, and if they don't get it, they're going to take them to court.
Is that really the biggest deal in this, though? Is that really the biggest concern?
Well, that is the biggest concern because, number one, this is the first time we've really seen one of the actors or actresses who was accused actually doing this, going, no, I did not do it, I want a retraction, I want an apology, that didn't happen.
Well,
aside from having her write it, they also pointed out one of the alleged victims, who's an entertainment reporter in Chicago, said, I was never a victim. I've interviewed Morgan Freeman several times, and I was never a victim, but she was named in the story as someone who did this. As a matter of fact, she told the media that CNN totally misrepresented the video and took my remarks out of context. Okay. So this is interesting. This is the first time.
Here's the problem.
You've seen someone stand up and go, no, that didn't happen, and I'm not going to let you do it.
Here's the problem. Okay. The problem is, we've had this discussion at home. The discussion is that we know people who have been accused, right? And how could that happen? And then you say, oh, why are they accusing him? They just want money. Wrong again. And it's just like, you have to take a neutral stance almost. You're like, what we are doing now is like, oh, really?
Well, okay, I'm not, but at no point have I said that I am.
No.
Morgan Freeman's innocent, but what I'm saying is I'm interested that this is the first time anyone has stood up and said, that didn't happen. Right. I want a retraction. I understand. This is not going to go. So I just thought that was really interesting. This is the first time we've seen this. Yeah. Because before it was more or less like, you caught me dead to rights. Anything I say is not going to make a difference.
Most of the times, what I say is, I was like, I hope it's not true. You said this, right? You go, oh no, I hope that's not true. I always like that person a lot, and that's I think that's the only thing you can say. But when people just are accused of this and disappear without a peep, and it just makes me, there's certain people. Louis C.K. stood up, and he accepted the fact that yes, he did.
He had the decency to
and
apologize.
I don't know what you do with him now, but all I'm saying is that's it's so hard because you want to support someone, and you're almost victim shaming. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's such a hard place.
There's a local one right now where I stoutly defended the person, and you were like, no, you gotta
stay.
You gotta give this a minute, and I'm like,
oh, I hope it's not true.
It's hard when it's based on your personal experience, though. Right. That every ounce of personal experience you have always had was in a spectrum that was always amazing.
You have a different relationship with a person when you're golfing with them, as you do when you're in church, as it is when you're at a party, as it is when you're taking a road trip. There's all these different ways that you have relationships with people that have nothing to do with the other part of their life.
It's very interesting to me how some people can compartmentalize themselves so well that you never see those other parts. And in this particular case, you and I had done some further digging and went, crap. What's going on?
Yeah. And then suddenly realized that we don't know. And
it makes me very sad.
I hope it's not true. That's
as good a stance as any.
That's as good as it's going to get.
Yeah, because
it really is.
You have to leave room that these women have the right to protest and bring out what's happened to them. So
you know what I feel? Who I feel like right now? Vince Diesel.
Vin Diesel?
Vin Diesel. No, it's his brother Vince. In the movie when he's, what's the movie that he's on the other?
Pitch Black.
Pitch Black.
Oh, and he's had his eyes switched with the shine.
And he has to wear goggles and stuff. That's me right now.
I'm glad you're not bald though, or a merciless
just a matter of time,
serial killer, because he was
just
one of those too.
You little galoot.
Okay, moving on. So Daisy's in the Gephardt Daily Newsroom. She's got some international news for you. She's brought to you by New Millennium Financial Group. Do you know what your retirement's doing? Do you even have one yet? These guys have a free system to at least get you started, and then they can guide you through the rest. Just go to utahsfinancialplanner.com. Also by Stay Fit Wellness Group. These guys are amazing because this is head-to-toe fitness. Maybe you've got kids with special needs. Maybe you've got long-time pain, chronic pain issues. These guys can help you. There is a difference. Go to stayfitwellnessclinic.com. And also by Fink & McGregor, mortgages made simple. Just go to fink-mcgregor.com. Within 4 minutes, you're going to have an idea of mortgages that you qualify for, and someone can call you back within the next business day. Daisy, my darling, what is going on?
Thanks, Todd and Erin. Here's what's making news in the U.S. and around the world Thursday, May 31st on GephartDaily.com. Texas Governor Greg Abbott proposed a new school safety plan Wednesday that could make $120 million in grants available to districts. Abbott released a 40-point plan that outlined possible changes to gun laws and law enforcement and mental health policies. Abbott's announcement follows a deadly shooting at a high school in Santa Fe earlier this month. A 17-year-old student shot and killed 10 people at Santa Fe High School on May 18th. A grand jury in New York formally indicted movie producer Harvey Weinstein on rape charges Wednesday. Weinstein, who was released on $1 million bail, has been charged with rape in the first and third degree and criminal sexual acts in the first degree. The most serious charge carries a maximum prison term of 25 years. Weinstein's attorney said his client intends to plead not guilty. And officials in Hawaii ordered immediate evacuations on Wednesday in an area overwhelmed by fast-moving lava from fissures caused by Mount Kilauea. Officials warned that lava was cutting off escape routes for area residents. Eruptions from Mount Kilauea have continued for nearly a month, with lava foundations as high as 200 feet, feeding a northeasterly lava flow recorded as fast as 200 yards per hour. As of Tuesday, 112 structures had been destroyed by lava, including 20 homes in the previous 20 hours. Time now for a look at your Wasatch Front weather, brought to you by Brio Technologies, Utah's #1 audiovisual specialists, and by Magic Wash, home of the high-tech, long-lasting ceramic car wash with outlets in South Ogden and in Layton. Remember when we said highs in northern Utah will be mostly in the 80s between now and next Wednesday? We'll add at least 10 degrees to that if you're in southern Utah. St. George will peak in the 90s every day except for Sunday, when it could reach 101. And St. George has a 0% chance of rain, so pack a water bottle with you if you head out. For more news 24/7, check out GephartDaily.com. Todd and Erin, back to you.
Thank you, Daisy. You know, it was really fun. I had a chance to talk to Dr. Robin, who is the wife of Doctor who is going to be seeing me next Wednesday at Stay Fit Wellness Clinic. She's the smartest woman just on her own, but we were talking about chronic illnesses, especially chronic pain, and how fast it can lead to depression and so many other symptoms, because dealing with something day in and day out and not feeling like there's any hope for change is just excruciating. And there's so many people in their 30s and 40s and 50s who are going through this and going, well, nothing's going to help except for maybe opioids or something. And most doctors, because they don't have a ton of time, will try to fix that one problem, patch it over, and send you on your way. Well, this is completely counterintuitive to how Stay Fit Wellness Clinic does it, because they want to do head-to-toe wellness. So they go through all the symptoms, they go through all the ideas, they try to check everything. A lot of times there might be blood tests, and they can take a look at that and go through some different things. But he wants to make sure that when you leave, you've got a solution for all of your problems, that your entire body is going to get better, that you're going to feel better, that your life is going to change. And they're doing some really intriguing things right now with children with special needs. So if you want to learn more about this, just go to Stay Fit Wellness Clinic. Give them a call for a free consultation. It's pretty amazing. All right, my dear, coming up next.
You know, it's like someone's got lit sparklers and are holding it up to my eyes right now.
I'm sorry.
Coming up next, how much is that puppy in the window? We'll find out next.
We're brought to you by Connect Heating and Air. Go to UtahHeatingandCooling.com for their $39 air conditioner tune-up special. Some care now could make the difference in hundreds of dollars of energy bills this summer. And by New Millennium Financial Group. Take your feeble financial health back to a more robust position with a consult with New Millennium Financial Group. They're offering a complimentary financial analysis to get you started at utahsfinancialplanner.com.
Get out of the way, guys. Got a license by the United States of America. Get all the goofers.
You are so strange.
Famous movie everyone loves. I'm sorry, they do. Oh, that's right, Mrs.
I
Johnson.
think Bill Murray's happy that
you.
everyone's going to remember you for Caddyshack.
Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? It took him from here, put him up here.
I guess that's true.
Oh, my gosh.
No, I think
Chevy Chase was, like, funny.
For a while, it was great. I know.
It was awesome.
You know, it's interesting. Service dogs, we've talked about them before, and just how amazing they are, and how they can stay on task and they can stay on focus in the busiest, most crowded of conditions. They can do incredible things. We've heard stories about bomb dogs that can handle injuries and still bring their service people out of danger.
I saw a lady who was in a wheelchair, and she had her German Shepherd with her. And the German Shepherd, she would bag the food and hand it to the dog, and the dog would put it in the basket.
No frickin' way.
Friggin' way.
That is so cool.
I mean, so you're really talking service dogs.
Well, Eleanor Rigby is a 2-year-old Labrador Retriever guide dog. And she was just about to board a plane with her person.
What's going on there?
And her person, apparently, and this is from Tampa, Florida to Chicago, her person said, I knew she was pregnant, but I didn't know how far along, so I guess the vet visit hadn't happened.
Where is she?
She gave birth to 7 puppies. 7 males and 1 female. 8 puppies in the middle of the Tampa airport.
How funny.
And it was amazing. So all the rescue people are like, well, crap. Okay, let's get working.
Here comes another one.
Yeah, so they found all the security people that came in. They found a paramedic. He came in.
Right.
And it's like, and people were beginning to miss their flights. They're like,
oh yeah,
I can't stop. I have to know what
Yeah.
happens. Is Ellie going to be okay?
Everybody's like,
how many puppies are there? What the hell is going on here?
When you see him, the whole entire concourse goes, oh.
Tell me you wouldn't do that, though. I'm not sure I could leave. I'd be like, I have to know what happens here. Or
Can
I'll
I
die.
smell one? Just their breath.
And look how they were so tiny.
I know.
I just thought that was adorable. And good for her, because, I mean, I'm sure she just was like, I'm in labor, but I'm going to get my person on the plane.
Plus, it's like clean up aisle 4.
I do appreciate, though, the fact that if she had to do this, she gave birth in the airport and not on the plane.
Oh, my God.
Because that would have been super tricky.
Oh, my gosh.
Super, super tricky.
Oh, then you'd have to buy everybody a beverage in celebration.
More than one. Yeah.
All right, so I can't see. What else is next?
Okay, this one, this is hysterical.
Is this the one with the... Oh,
Why is it you can't find anything for me today?
Huh? Because I can't see. Here, look through these. I have an excuse.
I knew you were going to do this show like blinded today.
Yeah,
so I
you found it, didn't you?
I do.
Okay.
Wow. Otha L. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Now, she had passed away,
Mm-hmm.
and she had been married for 45 years to her lovely, lovely husband.
Right.
Idell Smith is his mom. She had been buried there in 2003.
It's like a family plot?
Uh-huh.
Do you have a family
Otha
plot?
Smith is 90 years old, and his son and he had gone to Union Cemetery in Milwaukee, and they were looking at the two stones. Now,
Right.
a lot of times now people will buy two stones and then just engrave the
Not
name.
the finish date.
Which I've always found vaguely troubling, like,
The
are
expiration.
you in a hurry?
The
Yeah,
expiration
right?
date, right?
But they had gone to put flowers there, and then they noticed that the plot underneath his father's tombstone, it was a freshly dug mound of dirt.
Right.
So at this point, he's going, this isn't logical given the
Call
fact
your
that...
dad really quick. Make sure he's okay.
No, Otha was standing right next to it.
Oh, he's
holding
okay.
his flowers in his little sweet 90-year-old hand.
What's
so
up
you
with
know
the
this
dirt?
is an issue. Yeah. So they're standing here, and his son R.C. went, well, this can't be correct. And they're both looking at it, and they're looking at the thing, and someone had neatly edged in, 2018 under his dad,
The
Otha's
date?
name.
They put the date on?
So the sad part is that they finally went down to the Greens area where they have, what do they even call them now? It's not grave diggers, or who watches over the graveyard now?
Cemetery care things.
We'll say those, and they said
Yeah, them.
there's someone in my dad's plots, and the nice lady said, well, of course there is. It's your father.
It's your dad.
And he says, no, it's plot here, and it's units, blah blah blah. And she goes, mm-hmm.
Right.
And he went, no, that's not my dad. She goes, and looked at it, she goes, Otha Smith. And he went, that's my dad, Otha. And his dad
right here.
pulls out his little wrinkled wallet and holds up his card. She went, no, that's not you.
Oh, funny.
So apparently they had received the
order.
the body from the mortuary,
Right.
and they brought the casket in and had, I guess, a nice service. And here's where I'm really perplexed. Didn't anyone in the extended family of the body they actually buried in his dad's grave notice that it said Otha Smith
Yeah.
on the tombstone?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Maybe
But
it's covered with flowers.
But apparently nobody saw that and or made a fuss. And now they're at the point where he says, this has been going on for 9 weeks. He says, I have called 35 different city employees. And to this time, no one is willing to accept that my father, Otha, is still alive.
Hire a couple of guys from day labor with shovels. Have at it.
Just drop it off right in front of me.
Do you do East Coast? It's really common for someone to go and buy a plot. They're all attached,
Family plots? Uh-huh.
and they put headstones in for everyone.
Mm-hmm.
That's horrible.
We didn't do that in my family.
And then there's huge stories about the wife goes, that they would do all their kids and not their spouses.
That seems
or the
ominous.
daughter says, didn't get along with mom or something like that. She goes, I'm not going to be buried there, Mom.
Oh, worst one I ever heard is a guy, he and his wife had gotten the plot together, and
Yeah.
his name, her name etched.
Right.
They got divorced.
Right.
He bought the plot on the other side of him and had his second wife's name etched into that.
Oh, man.
I'm like, dude, I know that there's polygamy in our history,
Guess he's going to hell.
but you suck. And I remember his ex-wife it's a friend of my mom. She was just beside herself with rage. She went up and she was furiously kicking at her
Stone.
at her tombstone,
stone.
trying to knock it down. Like, I'm not sitting next to this guy. I'm not. And they finally had to convince her, we'll just take the stone up and move it. I just feel so bad for Otha because I'm sure he's like, who's in eternal rest next to my wife?
Exactly. I think we're done. I can't read, so are we?
I think we're finished.
Okay,
and yes,
first of all, thank you so much for all the stuff with you and Daisy for the weekend.
It's gonna be so
It's
fun.
a huge, with the movies in the park and the Pride Parade and then the Pride Festival and all that stuff. That was really cool, I thought.
and festival at Utah Lake, which I actually thought we might want to take the kids down for.
Right.
Free paddle boat lessons and free fishing.
Look out for the killer carp. That's
In
all
any
I'm
case,
saying.
please share the show. That enters you to win the dinner for four at Christopher's Prime Steakhouse. We love you. We will see you tomorrow, and thank you very much.
Bye-bye.